graphics, you've got built-in visual capabilities now, folks. No longer need a discrete. So we can change this up a little bit. So what you're looking at right now is really the new branding piece as well. So for those of us who are looking, saying, hey guys, how do we know if it's our first gen or a second gen core? This is going to be the key feature. You can see here on the side here, the Core i5 with the little yellow badging is our Morph the Kink here mode right over here. That's going to tell you when it's the second gen core. Eric over here is able to demonstrate the visuals. And Eric, I've changed that to illumination. I'll work with you on that too. I'll give you some cool stuff on the ray. So we can actually show you folks the code on this side. Eric is, I'm changing the ray group count, the speed, the sound influence. We can take the code on, pull it off. Do you want to show him gravity, Eric? I'll work with you on that too. So again, he's got 3 key environments that he's working in right now. In this particular side, we're actually able to change the look and feel based on gravity, sound, flow. If you want to show the code, we're going to modify that now as well. So for those of you guys who are big on astronomy, we can change the gravity focus right here. There we go. Again, folks, all this is being done, rendered in real time, in this 3D environment here at Intel. So again, we want to invite you to come on up here and give it a shot for yourself so you can see what Visibly Smart looks and feels like. And so Howard and I are working in concert together. We've got the left and right brain functions that have come together, like we've so artfully shown on our second gen core. This is the chip, folks, that's making it happen. With the integrated graphics, no longer do you need discrete to do what we're showing you behind me here. All this is being rendered live in this 3D space in real time. And again, with the help of Eric, he's changing the environment. Over here, I can show you the code. So we're visualizing the whole piece together. You bet. Thanks, Howard. Yeah, come on here, guys. Feel free to give it a shot. So, Eric, you want to work with her with elimination? And that's kind of neat. We're changing the environment right now. And on this side, we'll change how it looks with code by adding code. We'll make this a little faster. We'll change our ray count. We'll up the sound a little bit. Right? So again, these two folks are working in tandem, much like our processor is itself, folks. Again, if you can just visually imagine what integrated graphics looks like, here it is. So integrated graphics, built-in visuals, all on our second gen core. That's what we're demonstrating here right now. Guys, no longer do you need discrete to make this happen. We've got multiple environments that we're creating for you live here in the Visibly Smart Experience section at Intel. Much like your left brain and right brain function, that's really what we've done with this processor. So we once again changed the game a little bit. Not only is it faster, not only is the performance even more powerful and more smooth and seamless than ever before, but we're adding beauty to this brain, folks. So right over here, this lady is working with Eric to change the environment, and at the same time, Autumn is coaching this gentleman on how we make this visually appealing by giving you kind of the behind-the-scenes look at the numbers. And I think we're working. We might want to change that to the illumination area. That might be a little bit easier. It's always a little tricky when you first start out. There you go. You can even make more rays happen. There you go. She's creating art right now, live, in motion. Check it out. And Autumn, you want to make it a little faster? There you go. And I found that the ray group count when it's all the way up to 100 is really cool on this mode. And then visualizing the code, I think a lot of these guys might like to see that, right? What's happening really behind the scenes. Boom, here you go. Your X, Y, and Z axis points. Give this lady a big hand. She did a great job. All right, nicely done. But again, folks, we're looking at not just the power or the speed, but the integrated graphics that we've built in to our second gen core. And that's what's making this display happen here. Right behind me, we're actually creating a digital sandbox of sorts, where we've got two distinct functions working side by side to showcase not just the power, the performance, but the integrated graphics component. No longer do we need the screen to make this happen. So again, give you a chance to get your hands on the power of the processor itself and the beauty. So Eric, we like to say it's a marriage of brains and beauty here at Intel, and that is true. Don't hate him because he's beautiful. He's just changing the environment. And folks, what you're looking at behind us here, again, is really a graphical representation of the die itself. So if you can just imagine what it would look like in color, that's what it is here. At any given moment, you're looking at up to 50,000 polygons rendering in this real-time 3D environment. Again, being made possible by our second-gen core processor. What I'm holding up in my hand here is what's powering this entire display. So everything is built in. Integrated graphics, built-in visuals. That's what's making this happen right here. Hey Eric, let's show them illumination, shall we? It's kind of a cool mode. We got a lot of rays coming up here. Are you guys into math? You got an engineering background? You guys remember the geometry days, the X, Y, and Z access points? Well, Autumn over here is going to bring in the code as she so beautifully did. You can see those numbers floating around behind us here. Those represent the access points. Do you remember your X, your Y, and your Z? Right? A little yoga for you here at Intel. But that actually just gives you a sense of where those rays are occurring in space. But once again, folks, all of it is being powered by this little guy. Our second-gen core, with the integrated graphics, so you've got all the built-in visuals to do what we're doing behind us here. We've changed the game once again here at Intel. It's faster, it's smarter, and now it is beautiful.